How to set up an L-shaped crop. First we need to go into the setup, make sure that our row settings are correct. So we go to rows. If we have 4 solenoids, we can set 4 rows into the boom. Row 1 we will set up as 1 and 3. We'll call that water and mist for the left side. Row 2 we will set up as 2 and 4 for the right side. Same thing, water and mist. Going back out, we now need to set up our crop settings. Verify that our area is correct. So we're running crop 1. There are 2 areas. One area in this case is from 40 to 60 feet. The other area is from 60 to 90 feet. These areas are arbitrary as long as they're inside your bay. You can see that we have row 1 selected for 40 to 60 feet, so that's going to be on the left side of our boom. And we have row 2 to 60 to 90 feet. That will be on the right side of the boom. Those rows correspond to the solenoids that we are allowed to turn on in the row setting. Once those are set up appropriately, we need to go into our passes and watering and actually set up our crop. So the stuff we have set up previously is for crop number 1. We have our speed. It shows us that we have 2 areas underneath that. We have 2 passes for this particular case. Then we need to go into our solenoids. So you can see here that for both for pass 1 I have all 4 solenoids on. So this will turn them on if they are present in the area. If the row and area have that solenoid present, it will turn them on. For pass number 2, I'm going to go ahead and turn off 3 and 4 so we can see the difference on the way back. So we'll water and mist for pass 1, and we will just water for pass 2. Go into the manual run. And just for time's sake, I will go ahead and change the speed to 85 and hit run. Now what we'll see here is that when we start out, we have 2 solenoids on. That's solenoids 1 and 3. And we are running from 40 up to 60. So when we get to 60, we'll say that we're at 55 right now. When we get to 60, you should see these switch from solenoids 1 and 3 to 2 and 4, right there at 60 feet. Now when we get done with this pass at 90 feet, you will see that the solenoid 4 should turn off. And we should only have solenoid 2 operating. We're at 85 feet now. I'm slowing down to our destination. Everything turns off because we're outside of our bounds. We start back the other way. Now you can see that only solenoid 2 turned on. So again, this is showing the anding process of the rows and the solenoids per pass. If we were only doing, if there was only one area inside the crop, then we could set all of the solenoids turned on under the rows. But since we have a unique shaped crop where we have different areas in that crop, see it just hit 60 feet and it turned on the number 1 solenoid. And that will turn off once it hits 40. I might as well record that as well. Might be able to see there, close to 40. There we go, 40 and stopped. So that is how to run an L-shaped crop.